Good morning, everyone, or good day, depending on the time of day you're doing this. It's Wednesday and we're into our science. For the past couple of weeks, we've been looking at energy sources, electricity. We've been looking at fossil fuels, and then we've gone on to look at the idea of renewable energy sources or sustainable energy sources. And today, we're continuing with that. We're looking at today to review our understanding of energy. And then we're going to head into looking at some of the less common energy sources, but that overlap into the idea of um, reusing, recycling, and so on. Okay, so the first question there asks you to look at all of those down the different types of energy listed. Some are actual real types of energy and some are not. So can you circle the actual real types of energy? Pause the video if you need to and choose the ones that are actual energy sources. All right, let's see if you agree. Light energy, yep, that's an actual type of energy. Smell energy, don't think so. Loud energy, no. Sound energy, yes. Electrical energy, heard plenty about that. Yes for heat energy, yes for movement energy, and no such thing as soft energy. So we've got 5 different types of energy that are very common in our daily lives. We use them a lot. All right, we're going to go and have a look in a moment at a video, and this scientist featured there will explain what energy is and some of the different types of energy. What I'd like you to do is have a listen and see if you can identify. He's going to mention 9 different types of energy. Will you be able to list them all? So you're listening for 9. Okay, see how you go.
And I'm a scientist. I'm going to tell you about the science of energy. What type of scientist studies energy? Well, I'm a physicist, but as you will see, energy is important in every field of science. The amazing thing is that something so important is so difficult to describe. Energy is not something we can hold and examine like material objects. Sometimes we can't even see it. But if we see things change, we can have a good idea that energy is involved. With a little bit of practice, you'll be able to see the evidence for energy at work all around you. With so many people studying energy in so many different ways, it has been given many different names. You will hear of heat, wind, light, sound, chemical, electrical, nuclear, elastic, and even gravitational energy. The important thing to understand is that all of these are different forms of the same thing, energy. The names we give the different forms are to make it convenient to think and write about them. When I talk to a biologist about how plants use energy, we need to check that we're using the names of the forms of energy in the same way. Of course, energy is important to people other than scientists. This can lead to even more names. For example, heat energy can be called thermal energy by an air conditioning mechanic. Stored chemical energy and elastic energy can sometimes be grouped together and named potential energy or stored energy. Several different forms of energy involved in movement can be named kinetic energy.
All right, that was easier than I thought it would be. So what are some of the types of energy that you heard? If you can get all 9, brilliant. If not, see how many you can get down. All right, jot those down now. All right, let's see. There they are. There's 9 different ones that were mentioned in that video. Sorry about the video quality, it wasn't great. A little bit hard to hear and the picture wasn't brilliant either. All right, moving on. What is energy? All right, energy is the ability to make things happen or cause changes. Some types of energy are sound energy, heat energy, light energy, movement energy, also called kinetic energy, and electrical energy. Energy is all around us, and when you look at a computer when it's turned on, the main type of energy you see is light energy. But if you touch the screen, you can feel heat energy, and if you listen, you can often hear sound energy. For each energy type, there has to be an energy source, and this is where energy comes from. For example, a computer gets its energy from electricity. Electricity is electrical energy. Think about when you use different energy types during the day, and we use it all the time. For example, when you clap your hands, you're producing sound energy. All right, so their sound energy is coming from these sources of energy, and an example of that is a car horn, or as it said, clapping your hands. When you're producing, or you are producing sound energy and movement energy when you clap your hands. The energy source is your hands. In your science book or on this sheet, you can even do it. I want you to create a concept map to show you. So let's expand this one. So for each of these four, movement energy, sound energy, heat energy, and light energy, can you put a second branch out and give me a second example of each of those? So a second example of movement energy, a second example of sound, a second example of heat, and a second example of light energy, because we're going to glue these pages into our science book. All right, can you do that now for me? Okay, you're back. Now I've got some examples. There you go. There's my examples. Might be different to yours, but you'll get a fairly good idea. So of course, with movement energy, your legs move all the time to get us around. That's how we move. It's a form of movement energy. A very common form of sound energy is a radio. It relies on sounds. Heat energy, we've been using an oven all the time. Any other things that you use to heat things in the kitchen is a form of heat energy. And light energy, obviously, the one that we rely on most was the one that was given to us before with the sun, but you might have a book light that you attach on the corner of your book when you're reading at night. They're just some more examples, but they are all around us, and there are many, many, many more that you could have had. All right. So I want you to look at each of these images, and I want you to think about the energy type that's on display and the source of that energy. I might do the first one with you. Then I want you to explain how these energy types can be used. All right. So obviously, this is that old idea of cup and string where sound will travel along it. So indeed, we have sound energy. So jot that down. Now, the sound energy is coming from us speaking. So the air traveling through our vocal cords. So our vocal cords are in our throat. If you put your fingers to your throat, you can actually feel it all vibrating as you speak. So the vocal cords, or the air travels through our vocal cords, and in this diagram it's the vocal cords of the children, and that is the source of energy. All right, and to give you an idea of how to explain how these types of energy can be used, sound energy can be used in our daily lives to communicate, and that's pretty much a heavy reliance we have on sound to communicate. We can listen to the radio, we can listen to TV, we communicate with each other by talking. So that is a brief explanation of how it's used in everyday life. There's three more, source 2, source 3 and 4 on the next slide that I've got here. But can you pause the video and work through those? All right, did you say it's both heat energy and light energy? And the fire is the source of that energy there. So as it burns, it's producing both heat and light. Heat energy can be used in our daily lives to cook and heat food. It can be used to dry our hair. It can be used to heat rooms. There are so many different things that you could have said as examples from daily life. Source 3 is obviously looking at the sun out there. So it's light energy from the sun. You might have said heat energy, um, but I've focused on light energy, and so the sun is the energy source. And light energy is used in our daily lives to, well, not from the sun necessarily, but the example here is from electric light. It's used to light our rooms at night, but we also use the sun as our natural source of light during the daytime. Now, this last one, movement energy. How does he get to move? Well, his leg muscles provide that energy source. And movement energy can be used in our daily lives. The example there is for riding bikes, but walking around, anything that involves us moving, throwing, catching, all those sorts of things involves us having to move. So many examples in everyday life. Hope you came up with some interesting ones. All right, we're going to watch a little video that I made of this slideshow. So you could, if you've got access to that slideshow, you can look at it yourself. But I've just focused on those four different energy sources, and we want to write a definition of them. So let's have a look at those and then see if you can write a definition for each. So that's what the slideshow looks like, and I go into light energy first of all. So light energy is a form of energy that can be detected by the eye. Light from the sun or light from a power... I'm a bit too fast then, aren't I? Or light from a light bulb can be powered by electricity. Movement energy. Alright, so don't forget you can pause the video at any stage and do any of these. So movement energy is a type of energy that occurs as a result of motion. For example, when a fan is powered by electricity, it results in the movement of the fan blade that moves the air. It's also known as kinetic energy. Okay, but the important thing here, if you're writing anything down, is it's talking about energy as a result of motion. Okay, and there's lots of those in our daily lives. So, all right, the next one, sound energy. All right, so the old ear symbol there gives us that idea. So sound energy is an energy type where vibrations are transmitted and can be detected by our ears. Our ears are the organs on our body that are specially designed to pick up sound and sound waves. And sound waves are all to do with vibrations. And that's how it travels to us. And what have I done there? I've got to go back. Where did I get up to? And heat energy is the fourth one, which is a type of energy that is transferred between two different regions or two different regions of temperature or two different regions of different temperature. Always from the hotter to the cooler. So when heat transfers, it goes from the hotter to the cooler. All right, for an example of that, heat from the heater is transferred to the cooler surrounding air. Electricity is the source of heat. So basically what you need to remember is that it's the transference of temperature or transference of energy between two different temperatures. Okay. Okay, so you can pause the video and jot down your answers there if you haven't done so already, and then come back and see how you went. All right. Doesn't have to match these exactly, but heat energy is a type of energy that is transferred between two regions of different temperature. Don't know if I remember seeing that one. Light energy, a form of energy that can be detected by the eye. That might help form the basis of our sound energy when we get there. Movement energy is a type of energy that occurs as a result of motion. There's the bell for the kids to come in. And sound energy. Sound energy is an energy type where vibrations are transmitted and can be detected by our ears. All right, how'd you go? That's it for today. Done and dusted. One of my favourite sayings. All right. Hope you improved your understanding of energy, and we'll continue with our studies tomorrow. All right, guys. Thank you, and I'll see you then. Bye.